Have you ever had that strange feeling that something big is about to happen, but no one is saying it out loud? As if there's a tension in the air, the kind we only feel when something major is being quietly put together behind the scenes. Well, that's exactly the mood at St. James Park right now. An uneasy calm that doesn't match the usual noise and chaos of a transfer window, a time when everything is loud, exposed and talked about non-stop. But this time, silence seems to be speaking louder than 1,000 headlines. And listen, if you're here watching this, it's because you're a sharp fan, someone who keeps a close eye on what's going on behind the scenes. And that's exactly why I'm inviting you to subscribe to the channel right now. Your subscription keeps this space alive, bringing verified updates, detailed analysis, and hot news about everything going on at Newcastle United. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and come with us to explore the most intriguing backroom stories in English football. Over at Anfield, though, the energy is completely different. Liverpool are busy in the market, already bringing in big names like Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kirkcase. But even with these strong arrivals, there's still a noticeable gap in Onslaught's squad. It's the missing piece in their puzzle. And now, Liverpool's eyes are firmly locked on a player who's become a key figure in Newcastle's attack, Alexander Isak. And that tsunami has definitely triggered an alert at St. James Park. Things started quietly, but the signs have become increasingly clear. The British press, including the outlet rousing the cop, have revealed that Liverpool are preparing to launch a massive offer, somewhere in the region of £130 million, a figure that, on its own, would be enough to make any club rethink its transfer plans. But the most crucial detail of this entire saga hadn't come to light until now. According to information shared by Lee Ryder from the Newcastle Chronicle, all the talk about Isak handing in a transfer request is just speculation. Ryder says the Swedish striker has not submitted any kind of request to leave and remains calm and focused ahead of preseason, which is set to begin in the coming days. On the contrary, the plan remains the same, to sit down and discuss a possible contract extension with Newcastle. And if you appreciate serious behind-the-scenes coverage, backed by trusted sources and real information, now is the perfect time to join our community here on the channel. Because while many are getting lost in empty rumors, we bring you what truly matters: context, inside access, and the truth. So subscribe now, there's so much more to come, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single twist in this developing story. Despite the current calm at Newcastle, we can't ignore that the transfer window is the perfect breeding ground for sudden changes. Ryder made it clear that, although Isak hasn't shown any signs of wanting to leave, things can change quickly, as they always do in football. Everything depends on behind-the-scenes conversations, on what the board wants, and most of all, how far Liverpool are willing to go in the coming weeks. So far, the Merseyside club haven't submitted any formal bid or made direct contact with Newcastle, but that doesn't mean their interest has disappeared. Ryder himself pointed out that Liverpool are watching closely and ready to move if they detect any sign of openness. It's as if everyone's playing chess, waiting for the perfect move to strike. And in this game, every piece matters. That's why fans need to keep a close eye on what's coming next. Preseason training is due to start next week, and Isak's presence will be a key indicator of where this story is going. Not necessarily through words, but through body language, behavior, and what happens off the pitch. These subtle signs often reveal more than an entire press conference. By the way, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the right moment. Because when the updates start to drop, and they will, you'll want to get everything firsthand. And here, we don't just deliver the news. We connect the dots, analyze the consequences, and keep you truly informed. So hit that button, turn on notifications, and follow this story with us to the end. For now, things seem stable. But the shadow of £1 billion deal looms over the club. And it's not just about the money. Selling Isak right now would directly impact the squad's planning, the team's morale, and even the club's long-term vision, which has been all about continuity and ambition. That's why any decision has to be carefully evaluated financially and strategically. It's also worth remembering that Newcastle have so far shown no intention of selling their key players. The club is under no pressure to sell, which gives the board a strong position in negotiations, but a bid in the range of £130 million could quickly change that scenario, especially if the player himself expresses a desire to move, which, at this moment, hasn't happened. And that, perhaps, is the most reassuring news for fans right now. Ryder also highlights that Isak has shown real commitment to the Newcastle project. Talks about extending his contract were already on the table before Liverpool's interest intensified, showing a solid relationship between the player and the club. But, as we've seen so many times in football, everything can change with just one phone call. That's why you, our loyal viewers, can't miss the upcoming videos, because this story is just beginning, and each chapter might bring a new twist. Will Liverpool keep pushing? Will Isak speak out? Will the Newcastle board hold firm or give in? Everything is still in play. And right here on this channel, you'll get every update with the reliable, passionate coverage you already know and trust. If you've made it this far, you already know this is about far more than just rumors. This is about strategy, planning, and behind-the-scenes reality. So don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more quality content, credible news, and real insight. The transfer window has only just begun, and we're going to walk you through every single step of it.